take us through what the news is on the global arena.
Well, yes, straight off the bat, Credit Suisse, let's go straight to that. Relief for cash-strapped Credit Suisse after Swiss rival UBS announced it will take over the bank in a historic deal valued at $3.25 billion. Mind you, Ankita, $7 billion in terms of market cap at close on Friday. So that's a bit of a cut. The government said the deal involving Switzerland's biggest bank taking over the second largest was vital to prevent further economic turmoil across the globe.
And in another major blow to troubled lender First Republic, S&P Global has gone ahead and cut the bank's credit rating 3 notches to B+ from BB+. Warning of another downgrade is possible. S&P Global says that the recent $30 billion deposit infusion from 11 major banks of US may not be enough.
Well, and in more news flow from the ongoing banking crisis from the US, New York Community Bancorp subsidiary was entered into an agreement to purchase deposits and loans from Signature Bank, which shut down operations earlier this month. Regulator FDIC said the subsidiary will assume almost all deposits and loans and all 40 of the bank's former branches.
And amid turmoil in the US banking industry, the street is keenly awaiting the Fed's monetary policy meeting this week. While many believed that the Fed could pause on interest rate hikes, some believe that the quarter percentage hike could be on the cards. Experts say that Jerome Powell and other officials will want to signal that while they are attuned to the financial sector upheaval, it's important to continue the fight to bring down the inflation.
Well, yes, and moving on, the RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das spoke about the banking crisis in the United States and how it has highlighted the setbacks in the regulatory system. He adds that the RBI has made sure to fix some lapses and help the banking system stabilize back home. Listen in to what he had to say.
The recent developments in the United States banking system have brought to the fore the criticality of banking sector regulation and supervision. These are areas which have significant impact on preserving financial stability of every country. More specifically, these developments in the United States, especially over the last 1 week and thereafter, drive home the importance of ensuring prudent asset liability management, robust risk management and sustainable growth in liabilities and assets, undertaking periodic stress tests, and building up critical buffers for any unanticipated future stress. The Indian banking system continues to be resilient and stable. Now, the Reserve Bank has taken necessary steps in all these areas which I just mentioned. That is the area of risk management, stress doing stress tests, doing, focusing on asset liability issues.
And well, that was the RBI governor speaking optimistically of the resilient Indian banking system. And another optimistic views coming in from India's Economic Affairs Secretary Ajay Seth. Now, Seth said that, and I quote, India's macros remain strong in the face of an external shock as the collapse of 2 American lenders and the crisis unfolding at Credit Suisse assumes center stage. Also added that if the crisis becomes more pronounced, he does expect adverse impact on the capital flows. Allaying concerns over the risks to the Indian banking system from the crisis abroad, Seth said domestic banks are well capitalized and regulated.
Well, yes, and staying with some more central bank activity, China's People Bank of China announced late last week that they were lowering the amount of deposit banks and have set aside in a move to beef up growth in the world's second largest economy. As it did, the central bank has gone ahead and announced a reserve requirement ratio cut by 0.25%.
And Russian President Putin made a surprise visit to the occupied Ukrainian city of Mariupol, inspecting reconstruction work and visiting the home of local residents. This is Putin's second visit to newly annexed territories. Mariupol has been under Russia's control since 10 months now.
Right, and a deal to export millions of tons of grain from Ukraine through the Black Sea to Russia has been extended for at least 60 days now. Russia has warned it will not allow the deal to go on for longer unless sanctions against Moscow are softened.
And North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says the country should be ready to conduct nuclear attacks at any time to deter war, accusing the United States and South Korea of expanding joint military drills. Kim's remarks come as the country exercised nuclear drills.
Right, and with all of that activity happening around the globe, we'll slip into a very short break.